I'm starting it.
So I need to post it, yes?
No, I mean, I haven't posted the link yet, so.
Okay.
I don't know
Waiting
how
for
to
you.
post it. Like, where's the link? Shit.
I guess we have to delete it.
Already. Just that it's like 10 seconds ago, and now you have to delete it.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to have a link that I'm streaming, something like that. Yep, it's here. Yeah, we are live.
Yay. On YouTube. Oh my god.
On YouTube, right.
Yeah. The new thing with Ludmila is now that I'm telling her some crazy stories about my residency. She's like, okay, I'm listening.
Yeah, she is. Oh, it's like that. Oh, I've got some like spelling mistakes in the word experience.
Okay.
Join us live. Yeah, I just did it. I just posted it. Like 5 minutes.
Okay. Oh. Prepare myself. Post it.
Okay, so I can change feature now.
Select all. Copy.
Program in Budapest. How I called it like how to keep calm and be keen on medicine after many years of studying. Can you do that?
Keep calm.
Keep calm and study medicine. Look, so in this interview, I guess we are going to have roles. I'm in the role of a person who doesn't understand anything and who needs answers, and you'll be like a pro. Oh, what happened to the rotation? Are you going to be like that?
Yeah, I guess I try to speak kind of all the time, but we have some problems with it.
Yeah, but can you be just not horizontally, please?
Yeah. I will open the link in the YouTube. The video is unavailable. Available.
Unavailable? Really? How come?
Yes.
Because I can watch it.
Getting ready to Saturday's shift.
Saturday shift. I don't know why I cannot save the video. Strange things. Well, I'll try to open it from my phone as well. Yeah, I can watch it.
You can?
Yeah, I can watch. Oh, yeah, I can.
I still can't.
So join us live. Post written. You can ask your questions during the interview.
The comments I also get that people can't see kind of.
Yeah, really. That is really strange because I can. How come?
Because you shade.
I mean, in the just like that. Otherwise, I can still watch it. So, do the people, other people saying that they cannot watch it? No access.
Yeah, people write that they videos unavailable. Yep.
Maybe because like the translation
There was a problem with the server.
server.
I think. Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
But the access is like open.
I don't know.
Let's take a ask some people. Yes. Can you ask some like people online? Do they keep saying that it is not available?
Yes. Because I see it. I can't access it. Oh, now I can.
No, you can.
Yeah.
So it's live, right?
Yep.
Yeah, great. So I think we can start now. But can you try to rotate yourself? Like,
Yeah, I'll just decide how to do it better.
it is not better.
Okay. Now?
Yeah, now it is. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Can you stop watching the stream because now we have like an echo?
Yeah.
Okay. I hear myself laughing.
Yeah, because it's on the stream. My phone.
Okay. Well, so we are ready to start, I guess.
We will wait someone.
Someone?
More people.
Wait.
No.
Yeah, I think so. So we can discuss some basic stuff. So how is your day? So you work today as well? Yeah. And
Yeah.
did you meet some
again.
crazy stuff again? Like, you know, some people complain that you shared this picture in your blog just without any warning sites.
I didn't know, but okay.
Just I'm just scrolling the newsfeed and there is like that.
Yeah. Kind of the things that I see every day.
Yeah, just for you it was like someone is sharing like the new nails.
Why everyone kind of decided to go to the hospital on Friday? Why? Why is this happening? and we were like,
to
oh my
like
God.
actually the funniest thing about your profession is that like the process of giving birth to baby, it's called like delivery. When I knew
Yes.
it at first, I was like, what? Delivery? It's like delivery club sounds for me now kind of weird.
No, we have the delivery club when we go to the blood, to the transfusion center in our hospital, and we have kind of these kind of green cases with containers to put blood. We're going to the whole hospital, and doctors are like clapping and us like, delivery club. There's some blood. Delivery club. Because also transfusion are residents doing in operations usually. Second and the first year, we pass kind of special exam to do it. And because doctors, they are, I don't know, lazy to do it. I always thought that anesthesiologists should do it. But no, okay.
Some people who are not paid and even pay for doing that, right? Kind of.
Yeah.
So you pay. No, sorry, it's so funny. Okay, so 5 minutes passed, and actually, let's check how many people are watching it, and because like last streams, no more than 5 people watched, so I don't expect more. Just like last streams. Oh.
Okay.
Do you see how many people are watching it?
Later. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let me introduce you. Yeah, introduce myself and you. So I'm Roulette, kind of, and I started this. Sorry for that. Sorry. We're kind of in friendly atmosphere here because we're like all friends, and all of the people I know from other countries who went to other countries for internship or to study or just escaped from Russian reality. I want to know about them more and tell other people that everyone can do that, and everyone is capable to change his or her life the way he or she wants. And that's why I started it. Or just to look at life from the other perspective. Because I think that this experience kind of changed everyone. Because like the more people I hear about who went to other countries for like more than 1 month, they are different from the ones who didn't go. So how do you think, how did the experience of spending some time in another country changed you?
Well, I did spend some time in other countries before, and before the even kind of this internship, but even I was kind of going to London to some kind of broad school or something. I mean, English courses or something kind of that. Yeah, and felt this life of a student who is going every day to this school, to this college or something at the mornings. But yeah, this was definitely another experience. Since you are in medicine and it's something that you do kind of every day along years already. So I've loved kind of how it's changed me, because I've decided after this trip that I want to do more things globally. I mean, not only think about kind of my patients and myself, but maybe to change something in the world and to kind of share this experience more globally, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Actually, I felt the same. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah. And I was starting to looking for some projects and the things to do kind of globally. Yeah.
Okay. So
ideas of immigration were kind of me before, but after we experience in more.
Yeah, of course. And like after, how is it called? Like coming back depression, something like that. So they still experience it.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, as far as I can see, again, translation is ongoing. Like,
So okay, that's a really bad thing to know. But anyway, they could watch it like after. I hope
yeah,
so.
yeah, I guess yes. Just we won't have questions. But okay.
Yeah. So I didn't start with introduction of you. So can you just introduce yourself? Who are you? Why are you here? And how can you, as you said, change the world from your introduce
perspective?
yourself. Who are you? Why are you here?
Where we hear you.
I mean, here I'm not on Earth, but
So kind of can you change the slide, please, for me?
yeah, of course. Sorry.
Yeah, because so maybe I will start. Yeah,
Here.
this one. So I graduated university this year, this summer, and now I'm kind of general practitioner, but I'm obviously working as general practitioner in our system. So I've entered the residency. It is obstetrics and gynecology as a specialty, my specialty, and I'm working in the National Institution of Maternity and Childhood Protection, kind of the national, I think it's called. Maternity. So also I work as a photographer as a freelancer, and yeah, kind of that things. And in 2018, I've entered the IFMSA project, kind of IFMSA community, and I will tell you a little bit about it. So, IFMSA, and the slide, please.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me when to do it because I'm just.
Yeah. Okay. So, what is IFMSA? It's kind of a program of World Health Organization, so it's worldwide, and it is an international federation of medical students association, blah blah blah. Kind of the main idea is to bring together all the students all over the world, medical students, I mean, and to share some experience, to have some friends, because when you have medical friends in kind of all over the world, it's kind of spicy, and you can, for example, share your experience during kind of COVID, for example. I did in my Instagram some interviews also with them, and someone of the students were working in the hospitals during COVID when it started. Some of them were just distance learning and told me some news about their countries and how do they live during the pandemic, because we have some kind of small amount of news, and here you can know from the doctors from other countries. Also, above that, about the internships, they have some community meetings sometimes in different countries, in different cities. I wasn't there, but I know some people who went to these meetings. And they discussed some initiatives and blah blah blah, everything that usually World Health Organization do love to do. Talk a lot.
Yeah.
Also, they have kind of inside the IFMSA, they have public health, they have sexual and reproductive health and rights, including HIV and AIDS. For example, SCORE, yes, these things. They also have medical internships in different countries, and we work kind of sexual health. And I was a guy who went to Canada from Russia with this SCORE internship, and he told us that he was working, for example, with kind of some programs of sharing these stings, needles, and everything with people who have kind of drug addictions, for example, so they didn't get HIV. Also, they have professional exchange. It was my programs called where I went to. And there are also some research exchanges. I know some students who went there kind of during my internship in Budapest, but I don't know what they were doing. Okay. So I'll just leave it kind of unknown. So can be switch aside and yeah.
Yeah, okay, but before I have some questions about you, about your personality. Yeah, okay. Let's like that. So the first of this question is about your past. How have you decided to be a doctor, and what led you to this profession?
I don't know why I decided to do it. There should be some cool stories that you wanted to save lives and blah blah blah. And
no, it can be just I wanted to be a programmer, but I didn't pass the like AT exam and went to be a doctor. Something like that is also cool.
Yeah, it wasn't like that because I was kind of preparing to exams, and I don't know. Firstly, maybe my intention was that I wanted to know more about myself and about people, about their bodies and how they work, and kind of I like this aspect of higher education in medicine because even if you don't become a doctor, it's kind of cool thing to know what's going on with you. Maybe in our situation, kind of in the Russian health system, you have some insurance in your knowledge that you know what doctors are saying to you, whether the prescriptions are right or not, or you should find another doctor, help your relatives or something. Kind of that thing also maybe led me to it.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, and also, on which course have you decided that the international experience would be useful for you and found this program?
It began from the first year of my study because I knew about these programs from the first year when I was studying English language in university, kind of that. They announced that we will have English exam and you can go to some exchange program, so you can try it. And I did try. I passed it, but as far as I remember, I didn't go because there was an option to go to USA, but I don't know, somehow criteria I did not, they didn't like me to go to USA because I guess it was paid places to go to kind of to USA, so I was like, okay, I'm not interested in you, and forgot about that for 4 years, I guess.
And sorry about the exams. What level? Okay.
I will tell later about how to enter to the program, and I will, I guess, tell kind of generally how to prepare yourself. And
yeah. So no more question in this slide. On this slide, let's. Do you want me to move to the next?
Yeah. People are just writing in comments that they still can't get access to.
Okay, so that is bad story, but I don't know how to help.
Awesome. I hope just that it will be
available after.
Can watch later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So about the costs, maybe I will tell a little bit because kind of since it is even the student program, still you have to pay some money because we live in Russia and you always have to pay money for living in Russia. So you have kind of local committee in your university usually. As far as I know, almost no universities, medical universities, they do have this local committee for IFMSA, and you pay for them, for your local committee, kind of around 15,000-20,000 rubles for working with your papers, finding programs, blah, blah. I don't know why you pay it, but okay, so you have to pay it. Then there are two options to go to exchange. It is unilateral and bilateral. Bilateral means that some student also comes to Russia, and you come to the country from where the student came. And unilateral, and when you have bilateral exchange, you don't pay anything because kind of you exchange. And unilateral, it means you only go and no one is coming to your country. So for that, you have to pay from around 250 to 400 euros per month, kind of months of staying in this country in this program. I paid 250 because Hungary is kind of
Cheap country. Yeah.
yeah. And for example, a friend of mine, she went to Spain and she paid 400 euros.
Yeah, and why do you pay it? Like, do they provide you with apartments and like accommodation?
Yes, they provide apartments, so kind of dormitory residence, what do you like to call it. It also practice that some doctors working with you, and one meal one time a day, kind of that thing. And since it is students exchange, visa is free for Europe. I don't know for other countries because some people went to Peru, Chile, Brazil. Brazil, that's only for tickets you pay, kind of.
Yeah, a lot of money. So you paid for the tickets yourself, and can you get the scholarship from university to pay it together?
You don't get it, and also you have kind of medical students have obligatory practice months once a year, and when they go to the hospital and do some things in the hospital. First 3 years you work as a nurse there and you help nurses, and starting from the fourth year you work with the doctors and do things that doctors ask you to do, kind of that thing.
Okay.
So, and if you go to the program, to exchange program, you have still to go to practice to hospital. Just kind of come on, because you go to the practice to the hospital in another country. Why you can't? Please do it. Just only this way.
Okay, and you say that visa is free, so maybe it's like from the price that you pay to your local community. Which
no. You go. They give you paper that they are waiting for you, kind of this country, and you go to the
application letter, something like that, right?
Yes, invitation letter, and you go to the visa center, and they tell you it's free. So, but I did pay for the visa because I wanted visa for 1 year or 2 years I got, and I made Italian visa. But it's my experience because I wanted this.
Okay, but was this visa just to Hungary, to the country that you go to for the exact time that you go to?
One student from my university, he went also to Budapest, and he didn't pay for the visa, but they gave him only visa for 30 days, kind of 45 or something. But yeah. And it wasn't multi visa, so he only could go in Europe.
Okay.
Schengen zone.
Just one out of the top question. Maybe your link that you shared was just not correct, because when I sent the link, they called that it works.
Okay, I can try to share a new link.
Yeah, can you please? I send it to you. Our chat.
Yeah.
So here it is. You can look at it.
Okay, just write the post and continue talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so now
we will see
3 people watching us. Cool. Hi, everyone. Yeah.
Finally.
Okay, so overall, if we say like in rubles, it was when was it? So how expensive was
2018.
euro?
2018.
I don't remember what it was about the currency.
68 something.
68. Okay. Crying because now it's like 90. Okay, so let's say 70, and you paid 250. And how much for you was like to buy food there, something like that. So did you
I
count or not?
took with me kind of 1,000 euros, something like that.
And did you
But
spend it all?
it depends, because you can, when cheaper, I bought some clothes and went to Vienna, so kind of, yeah,
But Vienna
depends.
is not far. Okay, so
Yeah, I spent some money there, a lot of.
I see.
So
Okay, anyway,
it depends.
like 18 something kind of 18,000 rubles for the how's it it how do you call it? What do you call it? Like exchange, the name of it?
Internship?
No,
No,
like
unilateral.
unilateral. Yeah, for
Yes,
unilateral
unilateral. Yeah.
exchange, and 20,000 more. So overall, it's kind of 40,000, and you need to take into account the money that you're going to leave for.
Yeah,
Mhm.
kind of around 100 and 1,500, 1,000 and a half
Please
euros,
stop.
kind of.
I spent even less for the half of a year in Spain.
So it depends. It depends
Yeah,
on you. When you do you want to go to festivals? Do you want to go to restaurants and kind of that?
yeah,
Do
I
you want
remember that
some
you
cheaper
went to
experience?
one festival there. It was
Yeah,
nice.
it was also expensive.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, I decided to leave.
Yeah, me too. But leave without like eating and I don't know something like that. But it's another story to tell. Okay. Yeah, I took a lot of buckwheat there. So how to go
Yeah,
there? Yeah, tell other people from medical departments how can they expand their knowledge. Actually, let's first uh, go to follow the Zoom link again because you see it's less than 1 minute.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so let's finish that meeting and hmm, 1 second, guys. Hi. Mhm. Waiting for Anastasia. Mhm. Yep,
You can see me.
I can see you.
Yeah. So kind of how to get it, the slide should be.
One back.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So IFMSA, as I already told, is kind of the organization that provides you with these internships, and as I've already told, that you have to find your local committee. It's usually in your university in some kind of international relations department, something like that it's called. Or you can find in UK. Usually they have kind of IFMSA, for example, SMU and some other universities, your name of university or maybe other names. So then, after you find your local committee, usually in the beginning of learning year, in September, October, November, some kind of this, in autumn, they announce that exams for the FMSA is open. And exam is definitely is English, so since you are international, and also they have I don't know, some kind of Georgia sometimes. Maybe you can go with the Russian kind of language.
Yeah, but in Georgia, not so
It's
many
fine.
people speak Russian now, especially the
Yeah,
young
maybe.
generation.
Yeah, but doctors, they are kind of older, so
Yeah, they speak.
maybe. So you pass your English exam. Usually, it's kind of intermediate, upper intermediate level of knowledge, and you have. I had two parts of that grammar part and oral exam, kind of.
So you
That's
didn't
it.
have writing or some like
No,
professional English.
I know that in Moscow University, they have to write something, kind of essay or kind of usually that we do for IELTS, that thing. But in our university, we didn't have to kind of to write it.
And no, sorry, they didn't check your professional English as well, or did they?
On the oral part. Kind of.
So they asked
They ask
for
some
the motivation,
questions.
yes, about that.
Yeah, something kind of questions, just silly questions that you know some terms. I mean, so and that you can speak kind of.
Yeah, just open
Not
your
only
mouth and
reading.
pronounce some sounds.
Yeah. So and also depends on how you passed your exam. They usually make some kind of a rating and gives you opportunity to go to some different countries. So it depends. And also, as far as you know, it is for us that way because kind of in Russia, not everyone can afford to go to another country because we are a poor country. Come on, and not everyone know English, so it's kind of a problem. And I guess 5% of students that are learning in universities can do it actually. And in Europe, a lot of students can travel because it's Europe. Sometimes they come to exchange and tell me like, my parents took me by car. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took you 10 hours to get here, at least. So, and in Europe, they have to have some points living for all the year, to have some volunteer work, to work some research work, kind of points of their behavior.
No, I think it's
Russia.
also like rating or something. It's like if the behavior is bad, like if you were bad in like previous life, you're born in Russia.
Yeah. So and then after you pass your exam and have rating and you know that you are coming to exchange, you have to pay fees that I've told previously what fees are for your local committee and for the committee of other country. And I, for example, paid when I came to Budapest, and a friend of mine who went to Spain, she paid in April, I guess, and came in August to exchange. Kind of like that.
So do you pay just
also,
one amount of money at once, or can you separate it into pieces?
At once. Yeah.
I see.
So also then you pay for kind of not pay but prepare your visa documents. For students, it's less amount of money and kind of that thing for the visa that usually we do. And then you have to choose department. You choose department on IFMSA site. You kind of put some information about you, also some motivation letter, but nobody is reading your motivation letter. Just kind of, I want to go to this internship because I'm living in Russia. Come on, please help me.
It's like my every motivation letter I write, like the brief description of it.
So, and then you choose department. Usually you choose 3 departments, and then they decide where you go. It depends on whether doctors are working there who can kind of speak English also, because, for example, Hungary, not all doctors speak English also, and yeah, kind of ability of the country where you're going. And also you choose not only departments, you choose also cities. I forgot to tell it, because sometimes you For example, when I was going to Hungary, I wrote 3 cities. One was Budapest, and 2 I don't even. Pécs was one city, and the third one I
Pécs?
don't remember even. Pécs, yes.
Pécs.
And I was
Okay.
looking on the map and like, okay.
That's a cool name. I chose it.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. For example, some students came to Russia and they came to me to Yekaterinburg, and I was like, why not St. Petersburg or Moscow? And they were like, we kind of only passed. We all entered here. And I was like, okay.
Our score was so low, so we could go only here. Yeah. It was.
Yeah, my first
Yes, sir.
exchangers, they were also in 2019. Yeah, 19 years. They were the first girl from Brazil. It was her first time abroad. The first time she came from Brazil to Russia. Come on.
No, but Yekaterinburg, it's not the worst choice. If they went to Volgograd, then it's the poorest one. No, but Vladivostok is nice. I mean, Volgograd is the poorest city which has 1 million citizens.
Yeah, and as she told me, when she looked that she is not going to Moscow or St. Petersburg, she was crying one day.
One day is not enough.
Because she's from a city with St. Paul, it's called, I guess. There are kind of 5 or 7 million. And we have like 1 million.
But we have 1 million, guys.
Yes, and she was like, oh my god, I'm going to the village because for Brazilians this is village.
Yeah. But even like the cities with 5 million, for example, these are villages for Chinese people as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Wuhan.
Wuhan. Sorry, everyone knows it. No. No. And what about the pandemic? Sorry, just we jumped to the topic for a while. Do you get in touch? Are you still getting in touch with the people you spent some time during this program? And what's the pandemic right now?
Some of them and took some interviews from them. I posted them on Instagram. Yeah, they were working kind of during the pandemic, and also told me that firstly they were all wearing masks and kind of using antiseptics, and kind of time passed, people wasn't wearing masks, and kind of everything's the same as in Russia, and you're like, okay, now I know that.
But are they going to be locked down again? Because just yesterday I had a talk. Yesterday I had a talk with a friend who's in Spain now, and she told like everything's fine. We are walking, we are traveling. So like these weekends I'm going to Andorra and everything's fine. But here we see that the borders between regions are even closing.
Yeah, kind of. I have to write them to ask them how really.
Okay, and were they forced to take part in like calming down this pandemic as Russian students? I remember that you had a lot of.
No, they don't, and they also got some payment because kind of Russian students who finished university, kind of they worked as doctors, and they have got kind of a nice payment, really nice. But students, they were working as volunteers, kind of. Not volunteers, but volunteers.
So like forced volunteers, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay then.
So about choosing department.
Yeah.
So you choose it, and you have to choose it wisely, because you have to understand that you are going to another country where people are not obviously speaking Russian or English, like kind of because they live in this country. And for example, you don't know Spanish, you don't know Hungarian, you don't understand anything in Hungarian.
Yeah, Hungarian, I don't know, like are there any people on earth who just, today I'm going to start learning a new language, it's gonna be Hungarian.
Yeah, I still remember the name of my subway station. It was Mori Zygmunt Quarter Alaman.
What? Is it a name or just name surname? What is it?
It is Kantilani Ut. It is a street, and Mori Zygmunt it is the name of
Okay,
subway station.
I
And
see.
my hospital was Klinikak.
Klinika.
With the same pronunciation as Klinikak. On there.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. So you have to kind of choose the department where you can understand patients, for example. But
Yeah, it would be better to understand, like,
so
when you ask them
you
about.
can't go to the therapy or something kind of gastrointestinal departments, cardiology department, because you want to understand what they're telling to you, what symptoms, and you won't get kind of best clinical experience that you could get. You can go to the surgery, a lot of surgeries, and you don't have to speak with the patient during the surgery.
They're just like lying.
Yes. So usually students are choosing surgeries because also the doctors give you opportunity to assist on surgeries. You don't just watch it kind of as a student in Russia. You can assist, and people like it because they do something they usually don't do during their studying kind of in Russian university. I chose ICU department, so it is intensive care unit. So because patients are also have tubes and they don't speak only with doctors.
I see.
Yeah, I will tell it later about my experience in the ICU. So
yeah, okay.
do you
And
have any
one
questions?
question, yeah, you told me that it counted just like instead of the internship that you could get in Russia. So did you have to write the diary of your observation and to do some tasks?
No, it didn't count as a practice in Russia. You have to go. But that year, there was FIFA, and I was volunteer during FIFA, and I already passed all my practice. During that time, I had some shifts in a hospital during kind of as volunteer working during FIFA. Because I know English and I could speak with the patients who come to the hospital and help doctors to have an anamnesis, to kind of to speak with them, to tell what's going on with them. Yeah,
I see.
but usually they were too drunk. As experience.
Okay.
And at some point you start to speak Spanish because you hear something kind of from Latin and you're like,
okay, I see.
Yeah, not English.
Yeah, and one more question. What month was it when you went there?
It was August.
August.
And usually we have practice in July, on July.
I see. Yeah, that's why I'm asking, because if it wasn't August, if it was during the academic year, for me it was interesting to know how do you pass then the disciplines that you skipped and something like that. Maybe you know from other students.
I didn't have this experience, so I don't know how. But usually you go to your teacher and ask some tasks and answer some questions about the topics.
I'll just say, come on, I've been to international experience and you didn't.
Yeah.
And
but
you haven't.
Still to learn it because you're learning in medical school. So
yeah, I see.
You can only die and then skip university.
I see. But we will come back to that topic, like how difficult it is really to study in medical university. But now, tell us please about other internships that you can get as a medical student.
After going to the IFMSA project, I knew that some guys also in Budapest from Russia, they didn't go with their university. They went with other companies who provide these internships. For example, one of kind of well known for the medical students, I mean, it is Travel and Med. In the UK, you can find the society is kind of big. And they provide a lot of countries. For example, Turkey, China, USA. So this one I maybe wrote in my blog that I want to go to USA internship.
Is it like work and travel, but travel and med? Yeah.
Kind of, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I see.
But you don't get money, you only pay.
Yeah, but for work and travel, you also pay, and you just come and just
Yeah, but
work,
some
and you get
students,
the money back.
they got kind of a lot of money. They can live, for example, half a year. It depends how you work.
Okay, I see. So tell us about it.
Also, Israel, Italy, Spain, Germany, and a lot of other countries. You kind of, since I had some experience with them already working for my USA internship, when it will happen, depends on the COVID, but yeah. You write them that you want to go to this internship, and they also take some fees from you for paperwork, for writing to the hospital. But here I understand why they do it, because it's not IFMSA who do it for you and for everyone. It's that people, they find doctors, they find programs, and to enter you to this internship. And then you have to pay for internship. It doesn't include
Accommodation.
living,
Uh-huh.
apartment, dormitory. You have to pay it for yourself.
Oh wow.
No,
So, but if you go
building meals.
to the USA, how much is it? Maybe you've searched already.
So for me, kind of to go as a resident, kind of this level, not a student, as a resident, it is the program, the only program for 1 month. It costs around $2,000.
Oh.
Yeah, but you get a lot of experience. Kind of, you pay for it. You pay for it if you understand it. And some paperwork I didn't include it, and some living also.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, but if you work as a
I'm not thinking
photographer
about it.
at the same time, you can like pay it back.
Yeah.
Hmm. I see.
So also there are some European and world societies. So for example, European Society of Infection Diseases doctors, for instance, and you just go to their site and you can pay some fee. Kind of, it's around 60 euros a year, something like that. It's kind of really cheap. You you have access to guidelines, and also you have access to internships, and you can go to internship as kind of infection disease doctor if you are kind of studying in residency, for example, to any European hospitals that they provide this internship. I know a guy who went to this internships while he was studying in his residency. He was medical. He was resident in Moscow, and as far as I know, maybe kind of 75% of his residency he spent in Europe with his own internships, and they were free. And if he paid some money for, I don't know, for food, maybe I don't know, with apartment he had to pay, but he loves this experience, and he couldn't work in Moscow hospitals anymore.
Yeah. So did he move
So
to Europe or somewhere?
yes, he's now in München in a master program,
Oh, that's
master's
cool.
degree program.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how's he doing during the pandemic now?
As far as I know, he didn't work as an infection disease doctor. He just was living in München and studying kind of in distance. Yeah. Since he is working not with kind of all infectious diseases, he's mostly work with HIV and mostly with special groups of patients.
Mm-hmm.
If you know what I mean, kind of. Yeah.
Oh, well, can you tell us what's the abbreviation HIV? Because I'm kind of don't.
So HIV means human. How it's supposed to be?
Oh, can you tell me the letters and I'll Google it? Like H.
It's human. Immunodeficiency virus.
Ah,
Immunodeficiency
okay, I
virus.
see, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and yeah. And since he is kind of a gay, he entered kind of gay Tinder. It's Grindr or something kind of called. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. And he wrote that he is infection disease doctor. He works with HIV, and so people, if you kind of needs some help, you can write me. And now he has a lot of patients whom he gave therapy in Moscow. I mean, it's free therapy, but he helped to get it because in Russia it's kind of a problem to get treatment when it's needed.
Yeah, actually, I
So-
wanted to ask you about your experience at the school of this disease. So you went there, no?
Experience was, well, it was one of the best maybe experience during my studying in the university. Because
And how did you
people-
find it? Like, was it just your initiative or what?
in Travel and Med actually I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Advertisement, yeah, that's about it. And I just wrote motivation letter and cover letter, kind of something like that.
But was
I
it
didn't enter-
on Russian, right?
Yes, it was in
Okay.
Russian, but I didn't enter it first time. I didn't pass, and then I sent the same motivation letter. again,
Oh,
and I entered.
maybe like the rating was different, like not so many break.
Yeah, I guess yeah, because as they told me that they firstly took kind of the first letter they like, and I sent it in the deadline, in the deadline. So I was
see.
kind of in shortlist, but I wasn't because a lot of people already were there. So, but yeah, at least I did.
I see.
And we were kind of for 1 week studying it, 6 days, and we talked to a lot of people. To a lot of doctors who work with HIV in Moscow, especially. And yeah, it changed you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You become more tolerant, and now you can kind of HIV. I'm ready to talk about it. Come on.
Okay. And do the people get proper therapy? Not only like I'm not saying about mental therapy, but at least like physical. Do they get the medicine? Do they have maybe like money support because this treatment is not cheap? If I'm not mistaken.
In Russia, they get it for free. Patients who have HIV, but actually, in Russian medicine, we don't have enough money for everyone to get it, and they choose patients who have worse condition, kind of.
But sorry, if it's Russia, you need to get the paper that you have worse condition than another person, right?
kind of that. Because, for example, if you start your treatment when you get this diagnosis, kind of nothing will happen with you. You just only take this meds like all your life, and it won't progress. It won't. You won't give it to another person. You can deliver a baby.
Deliver, yeah, my favorite word in English. No.
Kind of that.
You can deliver baby, but you cannot deliver H. How is it H?
HIV, yes.
HIV, yeah. Okay, some bad jokes.
So, and this guy, or his work, kind of, he helped a lot of patients because usually they can't go to doctor and say, "Come on, I'm gay, I have HIV, please give me some treatment."
Yeah,
So
but is it really?
too afraid.
Is it really important that like you're who do you sleep with if you have it already? Why do you need to tell
No, it doesn't. But as this doctor told me, especially in gay community, people who, for example, drink PrEP, so the pills not to get HIV, or people who have HIV and also have some treatment or don't have treatment, usually other kind of guys, they discuss them, and it's I forgot the word for it. They stigmatize inside the group. So kind of a problem. Yeah.
I see.
So it's kind of a problem for everyone because they're too afraid to shame and kind of inside their head it's living.
I see.
So
yeah, living in Russia.
But at least
gives some
yeah, but at least people help kind of.
I see. Okay, so let's come back to the internships. So what are
Yeah.
European and world societies?
So I've already told you about kind of these infection diseases and some kind of that. So you can go to this European Society internship. Sometimes it's for free, sometimes you have to pay money for it, but it's also an option and it is inside your specialty. Also, as an option to work, kind of, it's more maybe like to work, not to have an internship. It is with Red Cross to work as a doctor, but usually it's not for the students, it's mostly for the doctors because they ask 5 years at least of experience with working as practitioner. And usually they need surgeons, anesthesiologists,
Surgeries.
yeah, and kind of obstetricians and gynecologists also sometimes. It depends.
Okay, and one more question while we're here. How did you change? Like, first, did you always want to be, like, when you entered university, gynecologist, or did you come up with this decision on last year or maybe like the year before?
Firstly, when I entered university, I wanted to die. But okay.
And now I still want, yes. And here is like directed by Mr. Weir. So what? Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.
Yeah, then maybe in the fourth year of education, I thought about becoming anesthesiologist and reanimatologist and kind of intensive care to work with. And actually,
because you experienced it in Budapest, yeah?
No, not because of it. Kind of my decision to go to exchange in the ICU in Budapest was because of my interest in this specialty. And in university, you have only kind of 2 weeks of this specialty of learning, so you get little small amount of knowledge, and especially if you don't have any practice. So I wanted to see how it works. I still love the specialty and kind of aspects of it. Of course, it's really interesting. Kind of that thing. But then I started learning gynecology, and I've decided that I have intuition in it, and kind of why not to work.
I see. But if it's is it possible to change your specialty during your
but you
working
have to
career?
study again 2 years in residency. Come on, you want to die in 1 month already.
Okay.
So no, yeah, you can. It depends on you. Whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so you told me
You
about
have to
Red
choose
Cross.
wisely.
Yeah, Red Cross,
Yeah,
and
and
the last
also
is who?
World Health Organization. They also have some internship for youth, and also you can work as a doctor there. But I know that you have this internship, but actually I didn't find the kind of available
link or something.
Yeah, I didn't find opportunity kind of to go there. Yeah, but you know, this guy who is living in München now, he went World Health Organization as his internship. But you have, you don't pay for these internships, but World Health Organization, they don't pay kind of United Nations, they don't pay for the kind of volunteers at all. And you have to pay for the living, for the food, kind of for everything. And at some point, he told me that he decided not to convert money in rubles because they kind of
I see then.
Yeah.
But are there any opportunities for the students who just like finished the university and maybe like their ordinary work, or how is it like these 2 years that you're having now, to go and work as a doctor already, like being paid and to live in
Yeah, you
other
can,
countries?
but usually they ask you 3-5 years of experience and working in this field. So if I would start to work as general practitioner after 5 years, maybe I could enter it. But for them, I have kind of small amount of experience.
I see. And do you know about the exams that you need to pass? You told me one day that there is a special medical exam for like students in English.
Yeah, I will tell it to you later, I guess. Yeah, because I
Okay.
have other opportunities, so I will guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about
And
that.
for working in World Health Organization, you have to finish master degree program, which is called Global Health. It's kind of 1 year or 2 years, depends on university that you choose to go. And usually it is kind of around 30,000 of pounds. Yes,
Oh.
I know, but your salary is starting from $70,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you get paid everything back in
Mm-hmm.
1 year at least. But yeah, but you had to pay for your education for your future.
Mm-hmm. But are there any
So
scholarships available?
I guess yes, but I didn't research it properly. But I hope that yes.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so should we move to the next slide, or do
Yeah,
you? Uh-huh.
yeah, I guess yes.
Okay then. So what is that?
How it changed you, kind of your internships. So kind of in the middle it's you, and as I've already told you maybe in the beginning of our interview, that you get new friends all over the world, and if you would decide to travel, these people would like to show you their cities, or maybe afford you a couch or something kind of that. Then you definitely get experience, especially kind of medical experience in the hospital, because it's different from Russian experience, and you see it differently. Also, you have kind of English skills because you speak with guys in English, with the doctors in English. So
And some sign language too, yeah, because there are not all the doctors understand English. Okay.
And also, you start thinking globally and finding some other projects, and yeah, you have other interests in your life, I guess.
So maybe
you
it was
have
like
the same.
the button that you pressed when you went there, that you are part of a global society, and it's not only you and like your city where you live, it's the whole world
Yeah,
around that you can influence on. Yeah, I also
yeah,
had
and
it.
also you can tell people that you don't like Vladimir Putin, and not all Russian people are Vladimir
Please,
Putin.
I'm gonna be banned on YouTube now.
Yeah,
Let's
because
call him.
asking you this question.
Yeah, everyone is asking, like, but you know that all the people say that you love him a lot, but they,
Yeah,
yeah, all of the people who asked me, they're surprised that I don't like it. They're like, oh, I thought everyone likes him.
no.
In Russia, I mean, they also don't. For example, in Catalonia, the people are really, um, I'd say, maybe they fight for revolution for their whole lives, and they know about politics a lot. Okay,
Yeah,
so it was about global and English skills, new friends, and experience. So should we move to the next slide, or will
yeah,
you
I
tell
guess
me
yes.
where
Yeah,
did you
yeah, I
go
guess
because of you? So in how many countries now do you have friends because of that experience in
Oh my
Budapest?
god, a lot. Because also I was kind of mama for the students who come to Russia. And I wanted to make their experience in Russia kind of the best.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because they
all
already
over
came to Yekaterinburg, yes, what can make it worse?
yeah, Brazil, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Italy. Oh my god, a lot of them. Because
Hungary?
in Budapest in dormitory, we were like 50 of us in one dormitory. 15 Italians who were shouting all the time.
Oh, and do like that, yeah. My Italian roommate said that when you do like that, it's like, what the hell? And when you do like that, it's like, are you silly?
Yeah. Also, Sweden, Austria, kind of a lot of
Okay, and
countries.
did you use the opportunity to go to their place and to use them as
No,
coach?
no, actually, no, I didn't. But I asked some maybe tips to go, kind of, for example, in Portugal when I was in Lisbon, because the girl was living in Lisbon, but she wasn't there when I came there.
I see.
And so from Finland, I've asked some tips where to go in Helsinki when I had one day.
Yeah, I also had one
Please
day in
help
Helsinki.
me. Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of community. I would love to go to Brazil because I had kind of connection with the girls who came from Brazil to Ekaterinburg.
Actually, it's not the first interview when like the person says that they have uh, connections with people from Brazil. Do you think that they are the friendliest?
They they will tell you that they are the
Uh-huh.
funniest and the friend.
I see.
Yeah, but yeah, it depends. But those two certain were, but they are also the friends in real life, kind of in the university. And one Anna came 1 year, and Joanna came the second year, and she was like, I was hoping that you will be my kind of person contact,
Tutor, kind
pen
of
pen
mentor.
friend.
Pen
Pen friend, it's called in IFMSA. I was hoping that it will be you because Anna told me that you are perfect.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You're super friendly, and I was like, okay. And I was like, we have job from Brazil. Would you like to take it? I was like, yes, I would. Like, and she told me that she knows Joanna or Anna. Oh,
Okay.
small world.
Well, and if you don't, for example, you're a student and you don't have money to go to another country, a medical student, but you know that other students from other countries come to your city. So how can you participate in like voluntary
Yeah,
work?
it's
Hmm.
interesting. So as I've already told that you have a local committee in university, and usually they, especially my local committee, they publish the news that they have students that come to our university and they need some help, and it's volunteer. You decide you would like to help them or not. But usually, if you go to exchange, you kind of have to, but you don't have to. But yeah. Uh, so you write just please, I want to participate. Even you don't have kind of perfect English, you just kind of you can
Hmm.
try.
Okay,
So
I see.
and kind of funny thing that a lot of people who came to Russia, they actually know Russian because they have some roots from Russia. For example, girl from Finland, she speaks perfectly Russian, and when she sat in my car, she started speaking with me in Russian. I was like, oh my god, what's happening?
Is it hallucination
Yes,
in my mind? Yeah.
yeah, because your parents are Finnish. They came kind of from Finland. They came back to Finland because they have roots in Finland. So, and she was born and raised in Finland, but her parents still were living for 25 years in Russia.
Hmm.
So they kind of know. And also was girl from Latvia, kind of Latvia.
Yeah, Latin people they speak Russian. Yeah.
So she bought a lot of books for her sister, for example, in Russian, kind of that. So it's easier, even so, kind of people who come to Russia and they know Russian and you don't know English, you can also participate and take care of these people. But still, they are living in Europe and they change you because they're Europeans
Yeah, they have
mostly.
a different outlook
Even
for
they don't,
life.
yeah, and they will help you maybe, and you will share your experience of life, and
Hmm.
they will share your experience, their
They are,
experience
yeah, not yours.
there. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
So is there something to tell about at this slide?
yeah, no, I guess it's fine.
Okay, then. So yeah, so What can you tell about
So,
Budapest itself?
so it's kind of really cheap city, especially after London, for example.
Yeah, London is expensive.
Yeah, it feels cheap. They have a lot of festivals. Since there are a lot of festivals, they have a lot of young people who come to visit this city from all over the Europe, and also Hungarian cuisine and wine because it's cheap. Cuisine also. Uh, so kind of, I don't know. Firstly, when I was going to Budapest, I was like, okay, it's kind of good.
I also went there by
City.
chance. So for me, in my experience, it was like the city that I needed to go through to reach Brussels.
Yeah,
But it was I don't know, the most amazing city I've ever seen. And I really like these two parts, like Buda and Pest. I like the,
three
the
parts.
scenery. Three parts. What is the third?
Buda, Pest, and Pest.
Pest? No, I heard only about two. Sorry if there is a mistake.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
usually don't people don't know that there are three kind of parties. Third party is where Zigit is going on, kind of there.
no, sorry, don't know. But I really like the
Maybe you
scenery
know
that you
the
see when you go up.
Marguerite Island. Were you there on the Marguerite?
Yeah,
There's a
I
part.
was. There were
Yeah,
a lot
so
of Hungarian people running, and I was like, what the hell is happening?
yeah, kind of. So and almost all guys from other European countries, when we were on the first day of our kind of exchange, we were speaking why we decided to go to Budapest, especially, and people people were telling, "Oh, there's Zigit in August. I wanted to enter Zigit." In Budapest, I was there 4 times, and I decided to go to exchange because I live in Slovakia.
It's like better than the place where I live, or in Romania, for example.
Yeah, and they asked me,
It's
why
Romania,
did you decide
Romanian
to go?
English. Hmm.
Yeah, why you decided to go here? And I was like, I don't know.
Just it wasn't me who decided. Yeah, it was randomizer.
Yeah, it was me. But other countries, I wasn't inspired maybe to go
But did you
that
have
year.
choice? Could you choose? You said that there was one girl in Spain.
Yeah, you could choose. Yes, I don't know
So
why I decided
what
to go.
was what were your options, if you remember?
Slovakia also was.
Okay, so cross out.
Uh, yeah, Hungary, Turkey, and some countries that I wasn't interested actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I decided. I decided that I don't want to go to Spain because I was already in Spain one time in my life, and then decided to go to Hungary because I wasn't there, and I don't think
But
that I will
Spain is
go
huge.
there.
You
Kind of
could go. Where exactly were you in Spain before?
in Barcelona, and you could go to Barcelona actually. So
Yeah, Barcelona is the best city, but you could go to the south of it. It's really
yeah,
different
but
on the south.
for the practice for exchange, you had to go to Barcelona or Barcelona actually.
Barcelona. Yeah, but Barcelona is really nice. I remember when there was one time I went to the doctor there after my European trip. My legs were just
Yeah,
dying.
I remember.
Yeah, yeah, I sent you the pictures. Yeah, and she was trying to speak with me in English, and I was trying to speak with her in Spanish, but I knew only how to say my age, and he knew also little words in English, and we were just trying this sign language, and then she opened just Google Translator and texted me.
Yeah, at least. But yeah, but actually, this girl, she had a kind of quite interesting experience there, more maybe interesting than I got. I mean, medical aspect of it, but I don't kind of regret.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
because it was a lot of fun.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's move to the next slide. I think there are some other pictures of Budapest. Yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, it's kind of not castle but fortress. Yeah, this place.
Yeah. Yeah, just pictures you can move it. Yeah, just kind of my experience in Budapest. I can see it. Also, Ziget, to the festival I went to it usually for 1 week, but I went for only 1 day because the artists who were the day, kind of those who are listening usually, so I decided to see them live. And actually, it was my first time when I was on festival, and I was sure what to wait.
Yeah, what to expect from it? Yeah.
Yeah, from expect from it, and I was like, oh my god, it's so huge. Oh my god, a lot of people, a lot of Canadians, Americans came because kind of it's well-known festival. A lot of European, from European Union, and all they were connecting and speaking, and a lot of people went to Ashan to buy wine. And to drink this wine before going to the city because you can't enter with your alcohol there because you have to buy it there.
And it's
so
more expensive.
expensive.
So you can go drunk already.
Yes, you can.
I
And you're
see.
like, okay, one concert finished, I'm going to go back up there.
Okay. And actually, one question here. You said that there were a lot of people. So is it a problem for you to communicate with a lot of people, or are you an extroverted person?
I'm not extrovert person, but I'm maybe open to some experience. I mean, usually those people, they don't kind of interact with you too much. I just hate when people mm, during the concert they step on your legs or something.
I see. I
Yeah.
see. Okay. No, I mean,
Push you.
I mean, during the whole internship, was it a problem for you to find new people to talk with?
No, it was not. But sometimes, since you are living in dormitory, I sometimes I hate people because they don't clean
Italian people.
after themselves.
Yeah.
Not only them, everyone. They don't clean kind of dishes after them, and it's all dirty. All dormitory is dirty, and you're like, oh my god, why I'm living here? And you don't want to kind of to work for all people, but you have only one pen for one floor. If you want to cook something, you have to fight for this pen. So I cooked on the salads.
I see. Okay, and one question about dormitories. Is it, I know that you don't live in dormitory yourself, but maybe you've been to Russian ones, and does it have really, like, is it really different from Russian? Do they have cockroaches there? Or?
Well, it's better than Russian one. When I was living in dormitories in the United States when I was in school and went into the trip to the United States, it was kind of good dormitories. The perfect one was in the UK because people in UK they love privacy and they want their own bathroom in their room. And kind of I love these people because I also love my bath in my room. So and not on the floor, one on the floor.
I see.
So the perfect one was in the UK. They have a lot of dormitories for the students, and they usually rent them. Not kind of university provides this dormitory. The students usually rent it, and from different colleges, universities, they can live in one dormitory. Exception is, I guess, some kind of Oxford and some prestige universities who have their own rooms. But yeah, we are not talking about them.
Okay.
Yeah, there were kind of. Actually, it was kind of a school for children who have some problems, who have to have special care.
Like disabilities.
Yes, and it was strange to live there. And what I did hate about this exchange, I remember these emotions, that usually when people come to Russia, Russian people, they provide everything for their guests. It's kind of essential, maybe in our blood. So we do give everything to our guests. Provide all comforts that they need to have. Our students who came to our dormitories, they were not living kind of on usual dormitories that our students are living. They were living in the dormitory where usually some doctors stay when they come for some conferences or something kind of. We call it hotel inside the residency.
Yeah, but the thing is, they usually do it to show that like we are the best, yeah, for foreigners.
No, it's just only for comfort. It's a comfort of the students.
Yeah, but what about the
And for
comfort
the
of
safety.
our students? Like, it's
It's only on
hypocritical.
floor.
Okay.
Yeah, and they did have opens and everything, so kind of everything was available for them. And here we had to go to IKEA to buy for ourselves everything, kind of plates, knives,
Maybe it was
pens.
just because you expected it, because you provided it,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah,
wasn't
because
essential
when
and
I
they
was
didn't do
living
it.
in UK, I had everything on the kitchen, kind of. So I was expecting that I will have everything as I did in UK.
Okay, and actually, it is not good that you come just for 1 month and you need to buy everything.
Yeah, because kind of you already paid some money for, and also you have to pay 50 euros for how it's called when you give some money and then you have it back.
Deposit.
Deposit, yes, kind of 50 euros also.
But they were paid back. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting that. They could take them and buy everything for instance.
Okay.
Yeah, because we asked them to if we will give some money for them, who they can kind of is it possible to buy something to us because we don't have any cars or something. We have to go by the
but
subway.
Could you rent some amendments, like, I don't know, some plates or like frying pans?
Bought it. Then we bought it and we left it there.
That's
One floor, paid some money. Yeah.
Okay, so you were sharing it. I see.
Yeah. But I bought some plates for myself in here, the cheapest one, and left it there. And here it is kind of the picture of ICU. Since I don't take usually a lot of pictures from hospital, kind of because of
privacy things.
Yeah, but here, yeah, the face of patients you can't see, and some doctors also we can't recognize. It is ICU. And well, what I have to tell that it is kind of the best hospital in the country, in Budapest, because I went to other hospitals and they don't look like that. And here, what I've loved that they have all equipment the doctors need usually. For example, it's stupid, but sometimes you don't have enough gloves or needles or something. Come on.
That's strange in the 21st century.
All sizes of gloves, because I usually go to operations. I have 7 and 0.5 kind of the glove size, and the nurse gives me 6.5, and I'm like,
how to put it?
Yes, how to leave it, how to do something during the operation. But yeah, here they got everything, and they took kind of good care for their patients in ICU.
And also, was it private or public?
No, it's governmental.
Governmental.
But they have a lot of donations from European Union, so everything in European Union. But usually European Union, they like to invest in small hospitals in small towns, not in Budapest, because like kind of good donation to Moscow when you have it, for example.
Yeah, I see.
Budapest is not Moscow also.
Yeah, Moscow is a good city in comparison with all other Russia.
Yeah, and
like people say that Moscow is not Russia.
Yes, as we can see on the picture, their infusion, special infusion things two of them, two patients. For example, we have only two of them, and they have for every patient, for every kind of in every room.
Mm-hmm.
Also bronchoscopes, a lot of them. Usually we have one on department here in every room. They have, for example. And also I've seen amazing case of a woman who have diabetes and something happened to her vascular system on her legs, and kind of she got necrosis on her legs, on her skin. And the idea was to amputate both legs, but doctors took care of her for 2 months, I guess. And now it's better. She don't need to kind of have amputation. But I couldn't take pictures of her because she is on drugs and she couldn't sign the paper that it's able to kind of take pictures of her legs. But they dissected all the skin, kind of, and she was waiting for plastic surgeons to create new skin,
Wow.
kind of. Yeah, usually in Russia she would.
She wouldn't have legs anymore again.
Yeah, but actually in Hungary also, as my doctor told me, but this woman was a nurse in this hospital, so they took kind of a lot of care of her. And also, what I love that physicians, physical therapy, so kind of therapy is happening while the patients are in ICU. So this woman, for example, who didn't have kind of skin on her legs, she was moving around kind of department. This physical providers,
Mm-hmm.
those who take this physical care, even on drugs, but still she was moving, and we were like, oh my god, it's happening, it's real.
Yeah, but when you have a lot of, not a lot of, but enough money to have these specialists for everyone, it's really nice.
Yeah, but actually I didn't know, but in Hungary, for example, doctors that don't have a lot of kind of big salaries.
Mm-hmm.
They
Actually, yeah,
average
what is it, if you remember from like that time?
100 and
Maybe 1,000, no?
1,000, yes. And
Yeah, because 100, I was like, what? I didn't
no,
expect that to be
100
so
in
bad.
Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is smaller than average salary in the country. So kind of like,
Mm-hmm. I see.
because I spoke with the doctors, and a lot of young doctors, they immigrate to Germany, to UK because it's European Union, but UK isn't now, so they can't immigrate.
Yeah, it was
We
before.
stopped it. I'm glad for that because I also want to move. I don't want to compete with European students.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and kind of in the end, I would like to tell some opportunities to become global. And after you graduate university in Russia, especially as kind of doctor, you usually most of people want to migrate to another country, but usually all tell you that no, you can't because you have to go to university again. No, it isn't. You have to finish residency there. So, but it is different. Residency is also learning, but you have salary. In Russia, you have to pay for it and to work. So
It's like loud and you cry at the same time, yeah.
especially tomorrow, Saturday. So
Actually,
another
were you going to go to the how is it called? Like residency? Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um, so did you have a plan to go there for residency somewhere in Europe? Yeah. Before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. No, I decided to finish here because I will tell you later when I go to the point of UK.
Okay.
I will tell. So I know there are cases of guys who moved to Italy. To move to Italy, you have to know Italian, obviously, but they after university, if you finish if you are only finish university, you can enter the 2 years of university, so kind of 5 and 6 years to pass some exams in Italian medical exams, but it is cheap. No, it's free. free education this year, so
Mhm.
free. So you don't pay anything, and you finish university in Italy, and then you can go to residency there and be the doctor there. So it's kind of cheap way to move to Europe, as for me.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you need to
Yeah.
learn Italian.
Yes.
But if you know
But
Latin,
this
because
Italian
you've
is-
studied at university, it can
yeah,
be easier.
yeah. So also guys can immigrate to Germany. I don't know well about Germany because I don't know German and I wasn't kind of actually learning about how to
Actually, there
immigrate
is
to
one
Germany.
opportunity. It's like that, but it's for getting master's degree, if I'm not mistaken. And
No, not only master's degree. I mean, kind of to work as a doctor. Usually they pass some exams, and after they come to Germany, they can work in ambulance, for example,
Mhm.
as doctors. So you have to know. You have to Google it, I guess.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of doctors who moved to Germany actually from Russia, so it's easier maybe to find people who actually moved to Germany than to find people who moved to UK, for example, from Russia.
Yeah.
Experience.
Do you know any of people like that?
Yeah, now I know. She's a obstetrician and gynecologist, but she's from Belarus, but still she helped me a lot with some kind of tips.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
I
cool.
found her in chats, immigrant
Mhm.
chats.
Oh,
They're
there are
called,
some chats like that.
yeah, in Telegram.
Mhm.
So also you can move to Spain. You have to know Spanish, obviously, and you have to pass exam MILC, which is called. It is also kind of for medical license in Spain, and then you can go to the residency there. As far as I know, Spanish people they do not love to work a lot.
Yeah, they
But they
do. They
love to,
don't.
yeah, but they love to have payments, big
Mhm.
payments, big salaries. So Spain's kind of good idea to go to work as a doctor actually, and one of the easiest options to go
Mhm.
actually. UK. So as for me, it is tough to learn new languages. So I decided to choose some country which speaks English. So it's UK, USA, Australia, or New Zealand, kind of Canada also.
Mhm.
Your options,
Partially. Yeah.
partially, yes, but I don't want to live in Canada, I guess. In USA, I also decided that I don't want to live when I grew up and I understood and everything. Because in USA, you have to work a lot. I'm not ready to work a lot. Yeah, you have
So you better learn Spain and
yeah, kind of my option.
oh, sorry, Spanish. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it is hard to pass exams, but it is possible. And then you in USA, so you pass IFMSA exams, 3 parts. Usually you pass two of them, first step and the second step. Then you have this match program. You have interviews and go to some program to start your residency. And also you have payment, and depends on specialty. From 2 to 7 years, you can study in this residency and then work as find some fellowship, for example, and or work as kind of attending doctor. But yes, they have a lot of salaries, kind of huge salaries, but they pay a lot for insurance,
Yeah.
especially obstetricians and gynecologists, kind of. So UK, you have to pass exam, English exam, and as you already mentioned, there is professional English exam, which is called OIET for doctors. There are also OIET for nurses, kind of, and some other specialties. I didn't look through them. There are, as far as I remember, it consists from some grammar, some reading, kind of like IELTS, but only on medical topics. Everything is about medicine. So it is easier for people who, because IELTS is kind of exam. You know how to pass. You should know how to pass IELTS. Kind of.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like
second
academic.
idea.
They don't provide you with the relevant topics sometimes, so because TOEFL, for example, it's more practical than IELTS.
Yeah. So, but you can pass it, this OET exam, and a lot of immigrants, they write in chat that if you have small amount of time kind of to prepare to IELTS, don't try it, don't spend any money. You can pass OET. It's more expensive than IELTS, and in less countries you can pass it than IELTS. IELTS you can pass in your city, so it's easier. But it's easier to pass OET because this obstetrician and gynecologist who is working in UK, she told me that she tried to pass IELTS 3 times.
And actually, what score do you need? Like 8 or something?
7.5 in every section.
Wow, yeah, because for speaking, for example, or for writing, it's really difficult to get this high mark, I guess.
Yes,
Especially
so
if you're not a like specialist, if it's not your major thing to study.
Yeah. So that's why OET it's easier for immigrants to pass because everything is about medicine, and you don't get some crazy stuff in your writing. You have to write some kind of letter to as a doctor or something. It's easier. I tried to kind of confess it's much easier. Also, there's option to go to Israel, especially for people who have roots from Israel, parents, grandmas. For people who have roots, it's free, and they have 1 year program of studying, and then they pass license exam in Israel. It could be whether USMLE Part 1 or Israel exam in Jewish. Oh my God, I forgot
Jewish.
the language.
Okay, so the language which is spoken in this country.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Oh my God. Stupid. And or you can pass USMLE. They prepare you for this exam, and also a lot of guys who went to this MASA program, they moved them to USA because they already passed this USMLE exams. So why to stay in Israel?
No, Israel is a good country to live in, I guess. But it's really hot, but yeah.
It's too hot.
Too hot, yeah.
Yeah, and I've already mentioned if you are interested in some administrative work, because kind of working as a doctor is not only about practice, about some research, about some initiatives. You can have a degree in global health, or you can enter some PhD programs. There are a lot of them in genetics, for example, in microbiome, in oh my God, in a lot of things actually. So this having basic 6 years of education, you can enter any kind of PhD program. It depends on you. As already mentioned, you can work in Red Cross, but usually they ask you 5 years of experience working as a doctor, but payments are really good. Kind of salaries are very good, and you can work with World Health Organization. Kind of already mentioned it, and some in Geneva you can work, or maybe in New York. It's more administrative work after having degree in global health, or you can go to some countries kind of Congo.
So if you really want to do some voluntary work for
yeah, well, usually they have that kind of, they write that they don't pay the salary actually, but they cover flight tickets, visa, and provide you with apartment and food 3 times a day. So you kind of have payment, but you don't have payment. So, and if something happens, they move you back to your country, Geneva, I don't know where they will.
Okay, so sounds like a good experience. And do you know what is the let's say the least amount of time you can work like that for World Health Organization?
It's usually a long time, starting from 6 months to 24 months usually. They have contracts.
Yeah, I think that for half of a year it's a good example. Like you can travel somewhere.
But usually you can find for 24 months or 12 months opportunities to go. So small, it's not kind of an option all the time. You can find.
I see. Okay,
Yeah,
but
you have to check.
at least you can travel, yeah, for
Yes,
their
yes,
money.
and have some experience.
Yeah. Go to Brazil, for example, and not to pay for the tickets.
Yeah, but they want you in Congo.
More. Yeah, but Congo is also a good option. When else are you going to go to Congo if not like during this opportunity?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so is it the last slide? Yeah, there are some links, and I think that we will share them, and as well as the presentation itself, I guess, in our communities. So there are no questions still, just people saying that we are beautiful.
It's nice to hear.
Yeah, that's true. And sending like hearts full of love. And we also have one like heart. It's not heart, but looks a little bit like
Uterus.
I have no idea what is it in English. I mean,
Uterus, yeah. I don't
uterus.
know whether it is English uterus or not, because in Latin, I guess, or in English, I got confused a little bit.
Okay. Anyway, Latin is like a original language for medicine, so let's say.
Womb
Like
in English they call it, but I called it uterus because it's kind of come on.
And then how is it in English again?
Womb.
Just womb. Okay, let it be
uterus.
like that.
From
uterus.
Latin, uterus.
Uterus.
Plural uteri. Yeah.
Yep. So if there are no questions, so it is just one sentence to tell me, not me, like to people who are maybe scared to get the opportunity of international exchange, or just some quote or phrase that you want to share with us.
I would just say maybe that you have to try it to kind of have your experience and to change your life, especially if you are interested in traveling, interested in meeting new people, interested in kind of in English, and don't be afraid if you don't have kind of perfect English, because they are all Europeans and they also make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes you're like, okay. And essence, then you can speak on political topics and economic topics.
Or don't speak if you don't like.
Yeah,
I mean, on this stuff.
Yes, about environment, you can drink wine, you can go to the city, you can go to another cities and kind of have all the experience that you need to have when you are kind of studying, when you are a student.
Okay.
Because it's, yeah. Maybe you also can add something because you also had a lot of experience.
Yeah, I just have nothing to add. I mean that the only thing, if you ever decided that you need this experience, you need to do it, because there is a lot of bureaucracy work before. If you do it yourself without the institution that you pay money for and they do all the paperwork, you just need to go and till the end do it, and not be shy to speak with people if you are, because later on you will think that better if I spoke to them, not just sit in my room like missing home.
Definitely. You have to meet people. Actually, they're also interested in you, and they know a lot of kind of European guys.
Yeah.
Russian.
Yeah, sometimes
you are your object of interest.
Yeah, I also experienced that. Like, where are you from? From Russia? Tell us about it. Yeah. How's life? And you start crying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So if there are no questions, maybe have you received some questions in your group? No.
No, I guess I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then. So thank you for coming and for telling us this story and sharing us your knowledge and experience.
Yeah, thank you for this experience. Being
Yeah.
interviewed.
It's like the people usually say thank you for having me. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay.
It was nice to talk to you, to see you.
Yeah, for me as well. So I'd like to see you tomorrow on the speaking club, but I know that you work because
Yeah,
you're
maybe if I
kind
will
of.
have time,
Mm-hmm.
nobody will deny.
Yeah. And actually, now you're kind of slave of Russian medical system. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
Okay. So good luck with your work tomorrow and with your ambitious and plans about the future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so now uh, I'm stopping the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stopped it.